Well, I saw on C-SPAN this morning that they were discussing about solutions to the fact that gasoline is $4 a gallon in most places in the United States. Um, it's funny about how um, how both both the main political parties in the United States, how they've reached very different conclusions on handling the matter. Um, One side says that the solution should be to increase supply, and that would cut down on the prices, which may or may not be accurate, really. But even if that solution is implemented, it would seem that that would be a short-term fix to, you know, to an overall, problem. Um, However, another, another person said, like, well, you know, people need to drive less often, and only drive when they absolutely have to, and drive cars that buy cars that have more than say like 35 miles to the gallon. Um, the it was I remember this boom of SUVs and Hummers back in like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, and and everybody knows those cars have like Rolls Royce gas mileage, and people bought them anyway. So now people are saying, oh, gasoline's now $4, and it just seems like that the people who are complaining that gasoline's $4, or at least a significant, you know, number of people, are the ones who bought gas hogs, you know. Um, you know, it's almost like that there needs to be like a decrease in demand versus an increase in supply. Um, you know, People know that petroleum does not last forever, as it is a non-renewable resource, and you know, the United States had decades to prepare for what we're going through in this decade, such as building mass transit all over the United States. And although there's definitely more mass transit on the East Coast than on the West Coast, unfortunately. But you know, the you know the United States had decades to prepare for this. Now there's this demand of railroads, and public transportation um, where there's not enough opportunities for that, even though the demand for it has increased because of high gas prices. But yeah, I mean, it would seem like that people should like live closer to their work, not drive as often, um, buy cars that have higher gas mileage. Um, that would be more reasonable than you know increasing supply. There's not even a guarantee that increasing supply will change prices. I mean, yeah, it seems that'd be the case, but not necessarily. Um, yep, that's all I basically have to say about that. Really, just don't drive as often. It's too expensive, huh? Yeah, sounds reasonable.